Money, money, money. Corporations crave money. But how to make money if you are a corporation that creates entertainment products? Well, you can create an original story, plot, and universe, promote it, and succeed. But that's a risk. What if you'll fail? There's gotta be another way. Easier, faster. And that's how sequels, remakes, and adaptations are born. Don't get me wrong, those are not bad things. They are neutral. Sometimes sequels can be bad, sometimes they can be good. The same goes for remakes and adaptations as well. But today we will talk about movies or TV series adaptations of games. The new Fallout TV series aired on Amazon Prime and became a huge success. So, what makes some adaptation shows successful and why others fail? There are two ways how to make a game adaptation. First is literally a perfect copy of in-game cutscenes. Some may say that it's bad, some may say that it is the right way. And we have examples that this way can work perfectly. For example, The Last of Us HBO series is almost a perfect copy of the game, and it was a success. Now, there is a second way. The way where the show or the movie doesn't copy the game and it can also be a success, like the new Fallout series. So, as we see, both ways can be successful. However, a lot of game adaptations that are going on the second way, not copying the game, tend to fail, and it always looks like self-elimination. Now, there are two ways how to not copy the plot of the games or the books and make it into a movie or a TV series. The right way and the wrong way. The right way is like what Fallout TV series did. You take the familiar universe and make a separate plot in the decorations of the universe with the same rules of the universe. You literally expanding the universe of the art piece. And there is the wrong way. You take the universe, the characters, the plot, and make characters make stupid actions that doesn't fit in the character. Like for example, Vesemir stabbing Ciri in Netflix The Witcher series. And it is always stupid. Let me explain what I mean. When a company buys rights for a certain game universe or a book universe, comics, etc., they're buying the fanbase as well. That's why the adaptations, remakes, and sequels are being made, because at least the fanbase of the universe will watch the movie or the TV series. It's safer, and that's why I said that it always looks like self-elimination. You buy the fanbase and then throw it away by breaking the plot, the characters, the universe that they like. And after that, your movie doesn't bring you the money back that you spent on the rights. See? Self-elimination. Now, before we move on, leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel if you are interested in discussions about games. For example, a video about Rockstar Formula, or a series about the ideal The Elder Scrolls 6, or a video about how to fix Starfield. All these videos are approved by Virgil, so they are extremely good. Now, a little conclusion. If you want to make a good game adaptation or a good adaptation in general, aside from making a good movie or TV series, you need to do justice to the source material. Crazy, right? But so many companies get it wrong. Self-elimination. For some reason, so many writers think that they are better writers than the initial authors of already existing popular art pieces. That's sadly what happened to the Witcher Netflix series. A little side note, the Witcher games are like sequels to the books, and the TV series were supposed to adapt the books. So, CD Projekt actually chose to expand the universe and not to rewrite the original plot of the novels. The Netflix show went on a long way from one of the most popular shows on Netflix to a complete failure. The first season was popular, it got a lot of views, but not because the show was good, but because the fans of the universe were excited and were willing to check it out, if it will be good. Though the fanbase didn't stay, because the show was shit. However, I had hopes for the season 2, because I understand that it is hard to adapt the first two The Witcher books, because they're essentially just a collections of stories about Geralt, and only at the end of the second book you connect all the dots and finally understand the timeline. But with the release of the season 2, all the doubts went off. The problem is that companies like Netflix don't suffer much from failures like this. People will just stop watching the show but won't cancel the subscription. Now, it doesn't mean that the quality of the shows doesn't affect the business. Essentially, the company needs other shows running to keep you interested. Just companies like Netflix have a lot of vigor. And when the money flow goes down, the company will just raise the price, etc. So essentially, big companies can keep screwing the shows. However, bad shows are still a lost opportunity. Personally, I don't understand why Netflix doesn't have some sort of quality control that would check why show dies. Personally, I think that after season 2 of The Witcher, Netflix should have fired the writers and reboot the show with new writers. I think that we could keep like the majority of the cast. Just look at Renfrey, how cool she looks. Even Anya Chalotre, she got a lot of hate, but I don't think that she is a bad actress. She has a pretty innocent face though. And I have to mention the camera work. Lighting and cinematography in general is freaking awesome. Whoever was in charge of it, you are a legend. Just look at these shots. And of course, the staging of the battle scenes are also very good. We had everything we need, except good writing. And again, the show was extremely popular at the release, so it has the potential. Now, which game have the potential to become successful adaptations? Or any game has the potential? Maybe any game has the potential. But in my opinion, there are certainly some qualities that make some games more suitable to become successful adaptations. Well, first of all, for an adaptation to become successful, you would want the show or the movie to appeal to the broader audience. In that matter, deep lore may be a bad thing, because it requires the viewer to have at least some understanding of what is going on, in order for the viewer to not be confused all the time. For example, to make a movie or TV series on the Elder Scrolls universe would be harder than to make a Fallout series. The Elder Scrolls lore begins with the entities like Annual and Sithis, that existed even before gods and time itself, and then a lot of other things happened. Now, let's compare it with Fallout. Even though Fallout has its own history and lore, essentially it all comes down to the day that bombs were dropped. That day is like the starting point that changed the world, and what happened before that doesn't really matter that much. Yes, personally for some characters, it does matter, but globally for the people of the world, not so much. The same goes for the Last of Us series. There is a point when the fungi infected humans, and what happened before that doesn't really matter, because what happened after changed everything. Now, I'm not saying that the Elder Scrolls universe isn't suitable to become a successful adaptation. I'm saying that deep lore isn't an advantage or something good for the adaptation. Now, with the release of the Last of Us TV show and Fallout TV show, I hope that big companies will see game adaptations as the selling point of their platforms, and will put more effort into the developing of the game adaptations, because we deserve that. Now, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are interested in the discussions about games. Leave a like, check out my other videos, eat your vegetables and don't be naughty. See you later.